What is going on, race fans? My name is Jared Haas, and welcome to this edition to NASCAR Mailbox. After a wild, chaotic weekend in the NASCAR Cup Series at Kansas Speedway, Denny Hamlin claimed the win, and let's dig into those questions. And this question comes from Flacco. They ask, Kansas is a great track, that's why. Which is why NASCAR's getting rid of the other tracks like it is wild to me. Well, you got to understand this of rewinding the clock a little bit, understanding where we are at with the sport and the tracks. You know, the old generation with these cars, they didn't really produce the exciting racing besides of what happened the past 2 years at Kansas Speedway. Was there really any other finish that stood out since the repave? Nothing that really comes to my mind of, oh yeah, that was a great Kansas Speedway racing. And when you've had these tracks, they're usually in agreement for multi-years. So we're not going to see the effects of bringing more those mile and a half cookie cutter tracks like Chicagoland back in the schedule until some of those contracts expire. You already saw that with Road America. With the schedule, what's going on, in order for one to come on the schedule, one has to come off. Like I said, Kansas has already got its 2 dates, but if we're looking for similar tracks like that to add on additional dates, you're going to have to get rid of something else. And I don't think NASCAR is going to try to trim down road courses, not going to be trimming down short tracks anytime soon. It's just, how do you fit the best 36 races on the schedule? And like I said, fortunate enough that Kansas Speedway has 2 dates. Considering what we've seen the past 3 races, definitely have not disappointed, but it's one of those, what was the product of the previous generation car? Everyone was saying get rid of these mile and a half tracks for the past 10 years. So definitely a different trend with that, but it's the next gen car, Kansas Speedway, and these mile and a half tracks. It's kind of worked ironically perfect for it, even though it's more built for a road course. So that's why we're not seeing other tracks. They've kind of disappeared. It's more the old car that's the reason why they disappeared instead of this new car. And this next question comes from Blizzard0812. They asked, do you think Larson got loose, slowed down, and that's why he and Hamlin made contact? If you look at the replay here, especially not the live version too, Larson got up into the wall, trying to use every bit of real estate to have the momentum coming off of the corner. Hamlin was right there, and by the time he got in the wall and trying to get off the wall, Hamlin, even himself, said that he was going to use that left rear, trying to take off the air as much as he can. You're not going to give an inch coming to the checkered flag. That's what's happened between Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson. It was just a racing ordeal, and well, the drivers understood that. They're coming to the checkered flag. Hamlin looking to get white hot, Larson to claim another victory. But, that was some pretty spectacular racing going side by side. But, like I said, Larson, he was having a loose car, especially in those corners, coming off right in the wall. And when he made that mistake, Hamlin was there, and they made contact, and Larson was the loser of the situation. So he got into the wall by being loose. Hamlin was not going to give him an inch. Hamlin was there, and that's how they made contact. And that will be all from this weekend's Mailbox questions. Be sure to tune in next week when we answer the questions after the races at Darlington Raceway. Jared Haas with FrontStretch.com. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, check one of those 2 videos out that we have right beside you. Visit FrontStretch.com for more great content.